Greetings to everyone out there and welcome back to Around the Clock. Alright everybody, as strange as it sounds, yes, Masahiro Sakurai has apologized to all Super Smash Bros. Fans. He did this in a brand new video on his YouTube channel titled Be Mindful of the Time Players Are Giving You. So what I'm going to do here is play some of this video and translate what he has to say here, so let's get into it. When players are deciding whether or not to buy a game, no matter how fun that game might look, they may decide to pass on it if it seems like it'll take too long to finish, even if that game really is fun. When you consider other ways you could be spending that time, it can feel extremely daunting. Of course, some games do end up getting played for hundreds of hours. There are plenty of people who have spent hours or even thousands of hours in Smash Bros., for example. And then Mr. Sakurai takes this long dramatic pause and then he comes back and says, "I'm so sorry." Now after this he comes back and says, "Still, the time you spend on a game should be a result of how fun that game is." He goes on to say, "Playtime, especially how it's perceived before starting a game, is better thought of as a cost of sorts. In the modern world, you're constantly competing with everything else. It's a battle for people's time," which is very true. Even if someone has lots of free time on their hands, that means something different now than it did in the past. And what he says here is very, very true. And I know for a lot of you younger people, you may be saying, okay, if the game's fun, I'm going to be playing it all night or whatever, until I get my fill. But when you get older and when you're in my age range, you understand that time is very, very precious. And you don't have time to be playing games all day and all night like that because you have greater responsibilities. So I understand exactly where Sakurai is coming from. For example, when I was in high school or the end of my high school run and in college, I played games for a couple of hours, probably like 3 to 4 hours at a time with my friends. Now, I can't do that whatsoever. I have family, I have other responsibilities to take care of. So I understand completely when he says that free time back then is way different than it is now. Also, yes, I do play games that take up a bunch of time. For example, I recently played Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance and I spent over 100 hours playing that game. Now be mindful, I didn't just run through the game. No, it took me about 2.5 months to complete that game because I only played it for probably an hour and a half a day, and that was it because I have other things to do. So there was no way I'm just going to sit there all day, no matter what it is, watching movies or anything like that. And I don't even watch movies like that or watch TV, but there's no way I'm just going to sit here hours on end because there's other things to do right now in this point in time. And the same thing goes for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I put a bunch of hours in that game too, but the same thing stands true. I only spent an hour, probably an hour and a half a day playing the game. So yeah, man, I get what Sakurai is coming from here. And I wonder if other developers understand what's going on when they make these games with tons of hours. Do they, keep in mind that there are players out there with other greater responsibilities other than people that just play video games all day? I'm not too sure about that because this is the entertainment business and they're all about, pleasing the fans. So I don't know if they think about that when they make their games. Regardless, with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for this video. And what do you all think about this? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, make sure to like this video, share this video, and for all of you watching this video right now that are not already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on daily Nintendo news content. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.